and welcome Slotsjudge community to this exclusive interview with PearFiction Studios with commercial director at PearFiction Studios, Jeremy Coleman.
Very nice to meet you. Thank you for your time. I do appreciate it.
Today we are diving into exciting world of online casinos gambling with you and creation of upcoming game Blazing Mammoth XL Swift Hits. To begin, could you take us on a journey through inception of this game? How did the idea for thrilling historical adventure come about? What steps did you take to bring this concept to the life?
So, Blazing Mammoth XL is it's a follow-on. It's a sequel to Blazing Mammoth, which came out a couple of years ago. It was our second game with Games Global. It's a very, very popular game. It's still probably our second most successful game in terms of player numbers, wagering, etc. It's very popular in countries like Italy and the UK. And we just felt that there was something more that we could do with the game, that it would be a nice game for us to do our first ever sequel to. So this is the first time we've done a follow-on to an existing title. The game has got thousands of loyal fans, and we just felt that with a few twists, a few differences to the game, we could create a really nice sequel, and I'm very, very pleased with how the game's turned out.
That's interesting. But in your mission statement, you mentioned developing original state-of-the-art casino games that will stand the test of time. How does this mission reflect in the creation of Blazing Mammoth XL Swift Hits?
So at PearFiction, we're always looking to create amazing games. We're looking to create something that will live long in the memory of our players. Or of the players, sorry. We pride ourselves on our excellent production values, of the great artwork that our teams are able to produce, and we've brought that to the forefront with Blazing Mammoth XL. With this game, I think the colours, the characterization of the different animals that feature in the game, I think is absolutely superb. You've got a lovely setting behind the real set with the snow falling, the mountains. You almost feel the cold sometimes when you're playing the game. It's a lovely prehistoric theme. It's not something that gets used a lot in slot games. But with this game, we wanted to introduce or reintroduce the characters that were there in the first game. So the saber-toothed tiger, the bears, the wolves. But this game, we've increased the family of mammoths, and that's what makes it really exciting. So instead of just having one mammoth, we've now got different mammoths all producing different features, and I think that's what makes it exciting for the players.
Oh, thank you. The game's description hints at player battling elements and conquering fearsome creatures in a frozen world. Can you share how you approach the challenge of immersing players in this unique Ice Age setting?
So like I say, it is a sequel, so we wanted to stay very true to the original. So we've kept the original wild animals, you know, the bears, the wolves, the saber-toothed tigers. They will still appear on the real set. They play a part in the big win celebration, which I'll go into in a moment. But we really didn't want players to think that it was a totally different game. We wanted them to see that this was a sequel. And for those players who are very familiar with Blazing Mammoth to come and play the XL version. With the big win celebration, what we've done is we do this a lot at PearFiction, but the big win celebration is cut into 4 different parts, and it always tells the story of the game. So with this game, we start off with a new character, which is the baby mammoth, which is really, really cute. and the baby mammoth is there on the prehistoric tundra, but then the wild animals are closing in phase 2, and then in phase 3 the wild animals are chasing the baby mammoth. But then if a player is lucky enough to get a really nice win and get to the 4th stage of the big win celebration, then they'll see the 3 big mammoths step in behind the baby mammoth to protect that baby mammoth and basically say, back off, you know, our family is strong. And so the mammoths win in the end, which I think is really, really nice.
Oh, it sounds so cute, to be honest. Innovations is often a hallmark of PearFiction Studios. What innovative elements or mechanics can players look forward to Blazing Mammoth XL Swift Hits? How do these innovations enhance the overall gaming experience?
So our Swift Hits mechanic is a really nice feature. It's a collection of fixed jackpots that you'll find on the left-hand side of the reel set, and it gives the players the chance to win anything up to 5,000x their bet, 5,000 times their bet. And in order to do that, they need to get mammoths on the reel set. Now, with the original game, there was only 1 mammoth. Now we have 3 different mammoths, but those mammoths will come rampaging across the screen, just like the original, and you'll get that sort of live casino feel when you hear them blazing mammoths when the mammoths go rampaging across, and that always makes the players smile. They always enjoy that moment. They know they've got a nice win when they see those blazing mammoths. Another feature that I'd like to mention in the bonus game, so once players are lucky enough to get into the free spins, they will see the bonus wheel. That bonus wheel will spin, and it will give the players a number of free spins, anything from 8 to 15, and also a starting multiplier, and that could be anything from 2 to 8x. Now, when they get into the free spin game, that, as I say, it's a starting multiplier. Now, what happens is if the players get a line win with a wild attached, that wild will respin and it will add to the multiplier. So it will come in with a symbol, anything from 1x, 2x, all the way up to 100x, and that will add to what the player got on the wheel, and that will keep growing. So if on the wheel, for example, they got 3x, they get a line win with a wild, and that comes in at 5x, then their multiplier is now 8x, and that doesn't disappear after that spin. It will stay and it will continue to grow, and there's a good opportunity for players to build up that multiplier nicely, so that they can really get some nice wins in that bonus game, and that's proven to be very, very popular.
Sounds very interesting. As we discuss gameplay, the Swift Hit Split symbol and Swift Hit Respin symbol stand out. How do these features contribute to the excitement and strategy of the game, and what inspired their inclusion?
So we have 2 different Swift Hit Mammoths, the Respin and the Splitter. And these really help create a great sense of excitement in both the base game and also the bonus game. You can get more than 1 on a spin, so plenty of times I've seen 3 or 4 of the Splitter Mammoths come in, maybe with a respin at the same time. They come in very frequently as well. So the Splitter Mammoth can come in every sort of 3 or 4 spins, and the respin I think every 10, 11, 12 spins. So it's quite a frequent feature that the players will see. Now, when the Splitter Mammoth lands, not only does that shake the reel set, but he will add additional symbols to that reel. So the game is a 5x3 as standard, but that splitter symbol, that Splitter Mammoth, can add can increase that reel to 4, 5, or 6 symbols. So that gives the players more chances to win, which obviously is exciting. When the respin mammoth, the red mammoth, comes in, he will respin the reel after any wins that may have occurred, and generally add an additional winning symbol. So he might add an additional mammoth, he might add a free spin symbol if you've got 2 free spin symbols and you're missing the third, or he could add a symbol to generate a line win. It's not guaranteed, but it does come through quite frequently. And those two together really generate lots of excitement for the players. Like I say, in the base game and also in the bonus game.
Sounds amazing. We both know that feedback is crucial for game development. Could you share any interesting insights or lessons learned from the testing this game?
Sure. I mean, we've been out testing the game, doing tournaments over the last few weeks, and we've got a lot of great feedback. Players who've played the original have mentioned that it's a nice sequel, that it's a great follow-on from the original game, that it encapsulates everything that was good about the original game but builds upon it. We've got some great feedback from within the industry, so casino managers have been very complimentary about the splitter mammoths, the respin mammoths, also the wild feature that I told you about in the bonus game. But the feedback has been very, very positive. We've been really happy with both the player feedback and the industry feedback. And that is really important to us. So we like to get feedback at a very early stage. We like to know that what we're developing is going to be a success. Sometimes you can get a bit bogged down in a game and you can't see the wood for the trees. So you need to get that outside opinion and feedback. And if we need to, we'll happily make little tweaks and changes if somebody has spotted something that perhaps we haven't. So that feedback is really key to our game development.
And finally, looking ahead, can you provide us a glimpse into PearFiction Studios' vision for the future online casinos, online slots, and perhaps give us a little teaser what is upcoming?
I can tell you our upcoming game after Blazing Mammoth XL is a great game called Chicken Night Fever. I'm very excited about that. Again, it's a game full of great artwork, some really fun features, some typically silly features, going back to games like Granny vs. Zombie, where you had a grandmother throwing frying pans at zombies. We've got other silly things in Chicken Night Fever. The response to that game has been phenomenal, so really excited about that. We should be getting a release date for that any day now. And then moving into 2024, we've got a lot of games lined up, probably our most productive year. We're looking to do probably 8 to 10 games next year. We're developing some new mechanics. We're going back to a couple of mechanics that we've done before. Players will be able to see some old favorites. We're looking to bring back Piggy from Squealing Riches for a sequel. So we're working on that at the moment. We're also looking at what we can do with Granny from Granny vs. Zombies. And we're looking at where we can take her. So we might have a couple of sequels next year. But we have got a lot of brand new content, brand new ideas, new features, mechanics, math models. We've got a couple of games that may veer away from our typical artwork style and just be a bit on the darker side, a bit like Dungeons and Diamonds. But in general, I'm very excited about next year. I think we've got some great content coming. We've added to the team to increase our productivity and increase our delivery of games. So I think next year is going to be a very, very busy one for PearFiction.
That sounds amazing, to be honest. The title of the new game is just something mind-blowing, to be honest. And thank you for today. And Slotsjudge community, you can already go to our website and try demo version of Mammoth XL, and soon to experience this in real life in many, many online casinos. Thank you, Jeremy, for your time, and hope you see you soon. Bye.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you for the interview, Jeremy, and have a nice day and safe trip to Barcelona. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thanks very much.